One of the first pieces that catch my eyes is a small sculpture of a woman's body, from the neck to the middle of her 18th century dress. Where the hard, glazed figure stops, flowing black cheesecloth continues down. This is Caitlin Doherty's sculpture, which she calls Marie Antoinette.
Originally, she was about 6 inches taller, and her skirt was made completely out of clay, but she exploded in the kiln, so I had to work with what I had. I guess it was kind of disappointing when she exploded because I had taken a lot of time to carve lace into her skirt, but I'm really happy with the end product.
Even though the initial idea for the sculpture met a fate similar to the French Queen, Doherty revived it and won first place in her category and the Artist's Own Award. The Jefferson High School senior says she's honored to be in the show for a piece which was a challenge to make.
I like working with new things. Being able to build things three-dimensional is a lot more, I think, interactive than a 2D piece. I really like sculpture, though. I found that after my 2 semesters of sculpture now, I really enjoy it.
Doherty is one of 25 award winners representing Jeff, the most of any of the 9 schools in the show. The entries came from 15 schools in 5 area counties, more than 300 individual pieces in all. John Ubania is representing Twin Lakes High School in Monticello. He won the Art League of the Art Museum of Greater Lafayette Award for his piece, Trapped in Glass. It's a drawing of a dancer, shaded in with what Ubania says is just scribbling. But the entire picture is cut into 2 by 2 inch squares, with half of them elevated to give a checkerboard appearance. And it's all set behind glass. He says the finished product is due to the coaching of his art teacher, Lance Van Vakoven.
When I started this, it's just a simple art drawing with a pen, and that's pretty much it. But when I turn it in, then hopefully I get a good grade on it. My teacher pretty much started suggesting a lot of things that I could do better for it. When it says to use glass, I was kind of hysterical, I found it kind of ridiculous.
But now that he sees it hanging in the gallery at the art museum, Ubania understands what his teacher was saying and what he's been teaching him all along.
He starts suggesting me to actually go out of my comfort zone. He tried to actually push me out of my comfort zone to actually do something different, and I gotta admit, it pays off.
Ubania can't believe he won the award. He moved here with his family from the Philippines just 6 years ago. He says art has always been a hobby, something to do to escape from life for a while.
As a high school student, senior, college, SATs and everything, I don't want to think about it. I draw, look at something, look at the TV, anything like that, just look outside, draw it. My mind's off that thing.
The new artist show has 12 categories, including painting, ceramics, and digital art. McKaylee Carson is a repeat winner, this year in the photography digital category. The West Lafayette senior entered a photo showing mold growing on a plywood board.
I just happened to come across it and thought it was really interesting. I had taken other pictures of the ceiling in different places that were also molding, but they weren't as interesting and they had more of these black spots, which detracted a lot from it. And this had a lot more color, which I thought, it's obviously death and decay, but at the same time there's still that life of the mold growing, and that orangey color kind of brings that life back into the decay.
She became interested in photography because her older brother took classes all 4 years during high school, and she wanted to do the same. Carson hopes to go to Columbia College in Chicago and eventually become an art teacher.
I just had some really inspiring teachers, and I want to follow in their footsteps and inspire other kids that there's more out there than just math and science, because that's all West Side's really about, is math, science, literature. So the arts are kind of overlooked. So I'd like to be able to bring those out in schools like West Side.
The new Artists Show opens Sunday with an awards reception from 2 to 4. It runs through the month of April at the Art Museum of Greater Lafayette. Mike Loizzo, WBAA News.